Glenn Cameron, Senior Partner for ActionCOACH, and I'm looking to work with business owners that are passionate about using the latest methodologies so your business can give you the freedom to do things your way, to work with who you want, when you want, and financial freedom. So I'm going to explain our definition of a successful business, a commercially profitable enterprise that can thrive without you, for you, your family, and your future. Aspiring to be the best for me led to my reading law at Cambridge University, mixing with the best of the best, then diverting into technology through a chance meeting in a shoe repair shop in Northampton that led to, over many years, taking Taser to become a household name in the UK, in the hands of police officers, literally saving lives, and rolled out by the then Home Secretary Jackie Smith to police officers in every locality. I'll go into some detail later of how I applied many of the methodologies we cover and managed to create something valuable enough to sell and give me the freedom to now empower others to do the same. I don't do this alone. My wife Julie coaches too, with a strong hospitality background, along with Steve on team building, working on HS2, supported by Pam, Roz and Sarah. We focus on a number of frameworks at ActionCOACH, and I'll explain later how you can get more details and your own score for the business. So, not surprisingly, having satisfied customers is an important element of growing a valuable business. But having satisfied customers is actually not enough. Your goal should be to have customers who are not only happy, but also willing to repurchase and refer you to their friends. It's a much higher bar to reach. As Fred Reichheld discovered, Reichheld was a Bain consultant who spent his career studying customers and the way companies measure their satisfaction. Early on, Reichheld discovered that there's virtually no relationship between a customer saying they are satisfied and the likelihood that they will either repurchase or refer you. Many customers would say they were happy and then purchase from a competitor the very next day. So Reichheld got to work combing through the numbers and discovered one question which was predictive of both repurchase and referral. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend us to a friend or colleague? It turned out the answer to that question was highly predictive of both referral and repurchase. So Reichheld developed a standard measure to benchmark companies on willingness to recommend, and it has become the industry standard satisfaction benchmark among virtually every top company, including the likes of Apple, FedEx, eBay, Amazon. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend us? A 9 or a 10 is a promoter, a 7 or 8 is a passive, and a 0 to 6 detractor. So your net promoter score, simply take your promoters and take away your detractors. So 20% in this scenario. Now, if that hypothetical example were real, you'd be above average. A small handful of companies have achieved a net promoter score of at least 50%, which Reichheld defines as world-class. SatMatrix is a company that specializes in having companies integrate the net promoter score methodology, has surveyed a number of companies and found the leading brands to be the likes of Samsung and Apple. Among all of the companies Reichheld and his colleagues at SatMatrix surveyed, he found the average NPS score is about 10 to 15%. So there are some world-class brands you can benchmark yourself against, including the likes of Amazon on the lower and Apple on the higher end. We can see vastly different scores. So knowing and tracking your NPS score is an important attribute of being sellable, because it's a forward-looking, it's a predictive measurement of your future success. And not surprisingly, many of the big acquirers, including both private equity groups and big strategic acquirers, analyze an acquisition target's NPS score before making an offer. So if you do want to sell your business one day, tracking NPS is a critical measure. Now, most owners start their business for the freedom to build something on their terms. Most business owners fall short of this dream and become trapped in their business. The ultimate goal of any business owner seeking freedom should be to build a valuable, sellable business, because that gives you the best set of choices: scale, sell, pass down, or become a non-executive chairman. So as I mentioned earlier, I went through this journey. My business became very successful, a household name in the hands of police officers up and down the British Isles, with global brand name recognition, like Hoover, a brand synonymous with what we did and still do. However, to make it more valuable, we shifted from a single product company to a solutions company, packaging together what might have been viewed as other pretty commoditized offering, cameras, data storage, connectivity, and software, into a valuable bundle along the TVP model that we talk about, that's not just other hardware, but software on multi-year contracts, so recurring revenue. With folks from Dropbox and Facebook sitting on the board of directors, we were applying many of the principles I've just been explaining. And having built the business, I was given the opportunity to sell and successfully negotiated that, which gave me that freedom for the choices of living the life for my family I wanted. So building a commercially profitable enterprise that can thrive without you is something we at ActionCOACH do every day with tens of thousands of businesses, all following our 6 steps framework that starts with mastering the basics, like building a house with strong foundations, niching our sales and marketing, leveraging systems, ensuring we have a winning team, and create a synergistic business that delivers results. As you might expect, we leverage systems for the clients we work with for learning, planning, goal tracking, forecasting, and taking business to the next level. Clients we work with one-to-one, we guarantee a return on investment as additional profits. So we can only work directly in this way with about a quarter of the businesses we speak to. So what we have gone through today resonates. Let's explore if you qualify or if you have a referral. We spoke earlier about Net Promoter Score. We're thrilled that our clients consistently give us world-class ratings. Last year, we scored 78. And you may recall the likes of Apple and Samsung are in the mid-range. And I'm pleased to have worked with and empowered businesses personally and with my team of coaches and mentors to scale their businesses to become more valuable. So we work with 3 types of business owners primarily. And by far our most popular offering is for our solopreneurs, where it's all about the community and learning, starting with our book club, including a new business book to stretch your learning every 2 weeks, community drop-ins to discuss with peers, our profit club to explore business growth strategy from our framework with fellow business leaders in a networking scenario with breakout discussions, and most importantly, our growth club, where we work through 30 videos of 30 minutes each on business, life, and wealth, through our coaching portal with regular drop-ins, and every quarter sit down for 4 hours to create a 90-day plan together for where you and your business want to go, all for £50 a week, or a popular 6-month commitment for extra value. Those that have a team, maybe building to £1 million turnover plus business, that's our sweet spot really in terms of getting results quicker. For entrepreneurs with in-depth workshops with peers focused on taking action, marketing, business planning, and truly creating value with more intense engagements for owners and their team. But scaling multi-million pounds business where it gets more intense. And we have regular one-to-one engagements with a dedicated coach or even coaches from my network who can often bring experience as well as a far deeper engagement with the senior management team and even training and guidance to the wider team very often. So what kind of people do we work with? Well, we find there are 3 types of business owners, and the vast majority, probably 2/3, are what we call craftspeople, good at what they do. About a quarter are what one might see as freedom fighters in business because they don't want to work with someone else or for someone else. But the mountain climbers represent only about 2% of business owners, people that truly want to build something bigger than themselves, really want to get somewhere. So for us, we can help everybody that wants to leverage the community, framework, and results we deliver. So for most, the sales and marketing strategies can assist in growth. The freedom fighters want the freedom I spoke of, so don't want a business that needs them in it every day. But those mountain climbers are like Olympic athletes of the sporting world, where they invariably always see the value of a coach to hold them to account to get where they want to be. As I mentioned at the beginning, you want to claim your own detailed score report, and there are 2 ways I can offer you today. Firstly, go to birmingham.actioncoach.com/tools, and within 10-15 minutes, you'll be able to secure your report straight through. Have your last 3-year financials to hand to get a financial value too. However, the second link, g3.as.me/COD, or grab some time in my diary so we can complete it together, which is always a great way of getting to know each other a little. Filling in online forms can be really lonely, but also making sure the interpretation on the questions and the answers, which can make a difference, of course, to what the report says. So if you are a business owner, want to know where the value is today, where the opportunities are, and some actionable strategies, this report is for you. So g3.as.me/cod, as in the fish, but no chips, will get you a gifted 20 minutes in my diary and a business valuation report. If you're not an owner, please pass on the link and start to think about how, as a leader in the business, you can start to add value using the methodologies talked about briefly today. So many thanks for listening. I found these strategies invaluable in giving me freedom. So take away your actions from today. Good luck with your business and challenges and opportunities you face. Book the one-to-one call. I'm your coach on demand at g3.as.me/COD.